Welcome back to the show, everyone. Of course, we all feel stress from time to time, and I think the Canucks playoff run just adds a little layer to it for a lot of people. How do you cope with it? How do you feel better when you're under stressful
conditions?
Well,
our next guest is going to help us with just that. His name is Dr. Kenford Nedd. How are you?
Dr.
Very well.
Are you stressed out?
Not really. Not really. I'm excited.
What is the difference? Because a lot of people say they're excited when they're in a stressful situation. Is there good stress and bad stress?
I don't really. Most people would say there's good stress and bad stress. I don't. I mean, I think basically when you come, they're good stressors and bad stressors.
Right.
You know, and here we have a fantastic good stressor.
This is a good stressor.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the good stressor can produce too much of a good thing, too much cortisol, too much adrenaline, and it can actually constrict blood vessels as you watch. It could, you know, if you're
right.
not. So the trick is not to get carried away with the excitement as much as to enjoy it, because if you're in the moment and you're happy and you're watching and it's going on, know it, feel it, be there. You know?
Now I understand why you're so renowned with this. Why did you focus on stress in your career and in your practice?
Basically, as a family physician, I started out several years ago, and I realized that most patients come to see me and that their visits are precipitated by what's going on, what they're handling, some stress. And recently, you know, the Family Physician Association has published that 90%, up to 90% of a doctor's visits are precipitated by stress.
Really?
So the effect of what you think and what you feel on the body is phenomenal.
Now, you mentioned clenching your fists as a physical. What are some of the other physical things that we do when we are stressed out, whether it's watching a hockey game or
work or
anything?
Okay, one of the things that you probably will feel is an emotion. Okay, let's take the emotion of excitement or the emotion of sometimes hostility. And what we have to be careful here in Vancouver is that we should want the Canucks to win and not necessarily the other team to lose. Concentrate on the positive.
On the positive.
Yeah. And you ask about the physical symptoms. I mean, we've got patients that would come to us because for maybe 2 hours or an hour, they hold their neck in a particular position and they're not there until afterwards they really feel that they have a headache.
God,
so
human beings are funny. I'm looking at all of our crew.
How much does breathing help in stressful situations and being present and understanding what you're doing with your breath?
Okay, the first thing I would say is your awareness. If you're aware of where you are and how your body is, and just be aware, that's good. The second thing would be breathing. You tether your breathing to your awareness. So even if you're there, you know, you can get so excited. What you want to do, just loosen
Shake it
and
out.
take a
breath.
deep breath, but in through your nose. Breathe in through the nose, and as you breathe out, you can breathe out through your mouth. So the trick is to breathe in through the nose, breathe slowly, and breathe out all the way. When you breathe out all the way, you gain more control because more blood goes to the brain, enabling you to think and to realize.
Does our heart rate increase when we're stressed out? Is that another thing that happens? And does the breathing help?
Absolute can help to do that, but it's crucial for you to, you know, take control. The real thing about fan stress is that here we are, you know, we feel involved. Sometimes I think we're more involved than the players, and yet we have no control. We can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
But there's something you can do. You know, you can actually send positive energy to the team. And tonight would be a great time, you know, everybody.
A really good time.
Don't go wondering what's happening. Just say, we're going to win. We've got them right here. We want them, man. Let's go, you know.
Does this transfer into other areas of stress? Because, you know, obviously we're talking about hockey and having some fun with that, but when it comes to big stressors in your life, whether it's work, relationships, money, whatever it is, do all these things apply as well? Can they all be applicable to big stressful situations?
Yeah, absolutely. Because, for example, we know that life events at work will lead to heart disease.
Yeah.
You know, so you're talking about big stress. We know that, you know, a acute stress, like this kind of stress, we've had patients who die watching a game, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But so it's possible. If you've got a medical condition, enjoy the game, but focus on enjoyment and not necessarily on the tension, you know.
And that works at work or in your relationship?
And it works at work.
Yeah.
Absolutely. At work, what you need to do, certain things. You see, we are better predictors than we think. And when you think of tonight, for example, or at work, you predict what's going to happen. You know, your boss is going to shout at you, you know, and so you use your brain, man, to figure out, to rehearse what's going to happen, and the brain will think it's happening. So you control the way you're going to act when it actually happens.
So if you think positively and think the outcome is going to be positive, or you can spin it that way, your body will react to that?
Yeah, you can program your body to react to stress in a particular way.
What is the difference between stress and anxiety? Because we hear about anxiety attacks. I guess that's some kind of stress, is it not? Are they the same thing or are they different?
It's anxiety is something that is more prolonged in that way, whereas, and it's not necessarily hitched to a cause. You see, you can, for no reason, you can feel anxious. Whereas stress, we know, I know why I'm stressed tonight.
Boston Bruins, they did it.
Yeah, you see, so I can deal with it a little bit more easily.
Very interesting. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
And Fee?
Circular breathing.
In through your nose, slowly. Yeah.
And
Mike,
right out.
I know the beer helps you too.
They are going to win.
They are.
So if you think
that's it, right. Send the energy.
And if you want more information on gaining power over the stress in your life, you can check out Dr. Nedd's website. It's on the screen for you right now.
DrNedd.com, nice and easy. We're going to take a break.